everybody. Welcome to Quickie with Miss B. I'm Miss B. Today is Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us. And as always, don't do this alone. Bring a friend because, man, these questions are weird this week.
Yeah. If you're going to be victimized, make sure somebody else gets victimized with you.
Share it. Well, sharing is caring. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So today's Tuesday.
When you care enough to sacrifice the very best.
Makes me go back to the alligator conversation. Anyways, all this week we're talking about how should I answer that? So today's question I thought was kind of funny because there's a lot of us out there that do have dogs as pets,
Oh.
And every once in a while you'll see a commercial or you'll see it in the store that they have this new and improved formula for the dog food. So my question is this. When they say the dog food is new and improved, who tasted it?
I wonder if there must actually be, though. There must be some kind of taster. I would think so anyways. There would have to be some kind of a tasting thing because you can't just go, so, it's new and improved. Take my word for it. You go, how do I know it's new and improved? Well, this isn't the old stuff, and I improved it. So, yeah, it's new and improved. But that phrase,
put this other ingredient in there.
Things that I find hilarious. New and improved, that's a good one. And I go, with fresh fish. And you're like, what do you mean fresh fish? It's a bag of dry dog food with fresh fish. How is there? Wait a minute, huh? Now I watched them. I've seen a video of them making it, and I'll tell you what, they don't really. They're not that nice to the pups, because when you fillet a fish, imagine you take the fillets off, so you leave the head and the tail and the bones and all that.
Oh God, yeah.
That's the dog food though. They dry that, and grind that up.
Yeah.
That's the fresh fish. Yeah, with fresh fish. You're like, fish isn't fresh. Not fresh about it. How long do you have to? How long do water? Yeah, apparently they buy all the carcasses from these places that do that. Okay. But imagine somebody's got to turn around and go, okay, it's num-nums time. What do we got today? Gravy train. Here, let me mix the gravy for you. Here you go, Fred. Try that. What do you think, Fred? Ooh, Fred likes it. 2 thumbs up. Yeah. That's got to mess somebody up. I'll tell you what.
Can you imagine if they have a dog that tastes all the food for them and they name the dog Mikey?
He won't eat it. He hates everything.
Likes it.
He liked it. Hey, Mikey.
I'm just saying.
I mean, my heavens. But somebody would have to try it. Now you got me all in my noggin here going, someone's got to try it. Could you imagine, even if it's a dog, but could you imagine if it was a dog? You don't want to keep having different dogs because you need to have some sort of a baseline. So you'd actually have a dog that never eats the same food.
Well,
what an interesting life.
Bored at every meal.
Yeah, what an interesting life. You'd be like, oh, today we're having kibbles and bits, and tomorrow, look at that, gravy train. All right. I'm loving life.
So if he doesn't like it, you can just see him spit it out. I just like that one. Yeah. That new and improved in formula doesn't work so well. We got to X that ingredient out of there.
Yeah, new and improved is it's like us here in America. We have so many weird phony things, and we're good with it. We let them get away with it. All right, it's like I've told you before. 90% of the population has never had cinnamon in their life. Never even seen it. You know that to be true now because you've actually, for the first time in your life, seen cinnamon and you haven't.
Yeah.
Before that, in your entire life, you've never even seen cinnamon. People don't really. It's like people eat, what do you have for breakfast? Cantaloupe. Impossible. No, no, you did not. Yes, I did. No, you did not. There are no cantaloupes in the United States of America. Like, what? If you live in America and you said you ate a cantaloupe in the United States, you did not. It's not possible.
No.
It's a muskmelon. They literally lie and say, it's cantaloupe. And you go, no, it's not. If you look up muskmelon, you go, why does it say muskmelon? Because that's what it is. Well, I thought that was a cantaloupe. You're like, nope, no such thing. Cantaloupes are football shaped, and they're green. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah. So I imagine the new and improved is like that, where it's just a phrase.
Yeah.
There's so many phrases in the grocery store. Like certified organic. What does that actually mean? What does that actually mean? Yeah, certified vegan water. Well, it wouldn't be too hard to get a vegan certification on water now, would it? What's your house? What's your house made out of? Wood? Is it vegan? I think so. Is it certified? Maybe. I mean, it's so much of that stuff.
They do. There's lots of stuff that they put on there with the products saying that it's new and improved, or it's this type or it's that type.
What's like dog food?
It's funny that we accept
fresh beef flavor. What? Is there a not fresh beef flavor? Does the dog? Have you ever poured the dog food? The dog turned around, looked at you, and went, "Fresh beef, huh? Yeah." Or at least it tastes like fresh beef. Is that a fresh beef flavor, or what's up there? They don't. I mean, come on. Dog food is like, give me a pile of scraps, shove it in a thing, shoot it out, spray some. I don't know. Is that gravy? Yeah, spray it on it. And they go, now what? Label it. What do you want to label that? Makes its own fresh gravy. You can't have it you can't have dog food in a bag for 4 months and go fresh gravy. They do though.
And on that note, let's go take a break. Definitely not a lunch break though. No.
No, I'm not eating dog food.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to A Quickie with Miss B. Today is Tuesday. All this week, we're talking about how should I answer that? If you missed any of the previous episodes, please go back and check them out.
You will listen to those episodes and then feel like you're not as smart as you were when you started. So. Just throwing it out there.
Uh-huh. So the first half, we were talking specifically about dog food, okay? Yep. So now the second half, I'm going to still be talking about food in general, but this time it's going to be people food, not dog food. So I want to know the answer to this question.
All right.
Why does round pizza come in a square box?
That's a good question.
Should it be square pizza in a square box? Why don't we have a round box for round pizza?
Why do people in Minnesota cut round pizzas in their little tiny squares?
I like my little tiny squares.
I'm always amazed by that because you can only have crust on the outside edge. On the inside, it's all just soggy crust.
It's just crust.
I don't like it. I don't get to hold no crust. I'm holding on to toppings. What's the messiest part of the pizza? The very end piece you're eating. So I mean, when you got
piece, it's the same thing.
Piece, I get to hold the crust.
It's soggy.
I can hold it. No.
Yeah, but the crust is still just located in the same spot. The crust is on the end.
Right. But it's
and
on
at the
every
beginning,
piece.
it's soggy.
But it's on every piece. Everybody gets some. And those little pizzas where that's all cut into squares, it's weird. It's just odd.
Everybody gets some.
Minnesota people? Odd.
No.
Odd.
No.
Now that's a round pizza in a square box cut square.
We're smatching.
What in the world was going on there? Huh? Like, you know what we should do? Take the square box, put the round pizza in it, but we'll cut all the pieces square. So it'll be a round pizza cut square. It won't make any sense. And we'll
Sicilian pizza is square, cut in squares.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And it's square pizza.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it's square pizza.
Why they?
How are you going to cut? How are you going to cut a square pizza otherwise? You can't. If it's a square pizza, you have to cut it in squares.
I'm talking about round pizzas cut into squares. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Well, because we don't want a whole big slice of pizza.
Well, grow up and put your big girl eating pants on and have yourself a slice of pizza. If you have 12 tiny slices, you just had more than one slice. So, I mean, come on.
I'm just saying.
It's just weird. It's strange. It's odd.
And that brings me back to something else that I was thinking about. Remember on the previous episode we talked about like odd jobs? I think it was on here, wasn't it? Remember the guy that does the underwater pizza delivery?
Yeah.
They actually, there's a show that's out there on cable TV someplace, and I forget what the name of it is, but they're going around talking about these odd jobs that people have, and they actually interviewed one guy that does that job where he is the underwater pizza delivery man.
Oh, cool. Now, how does he get the tip?
Huh?
How does he get the tip?
I'm assuming that when they pay for the pizza ahead of time, that he probably gets the tip included in there because it's not. Well, I don't know. Wait, let me take that back for a second though, because there is some kind of compartment that he puts the pizza in. It looks like a waterproof suitcase or something like that. So I would imagine that if he would get tip, actual cash from the people, he probably could just put it in there to keep it dry.
If I had to drive down, get a pizza, put on a wetsuit, put on the stinking, all the tanks and all that, put on the weight belt, put on flippers, get the mask on, get the snorkel on and all that, dive underwater, deliver the pizza, and you stiff me? You might run out of oxygen a lot faster than you thought.
He might be crying underwater.
You'd see his tears because he's got a mask on, so you'd see that. It'd be about halfway up, sloshing around in there. You'd be able to tell he was bawling. Boy, that would be so upsetting, wouldn't it?
Oh, how'd you do? Yeah, because that is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Heck yeah. If someone said you want to deliver pizza, get dressed first.
Yeah.
That's one thing, but put all this crap on too?
Yeah.
I mean...
Put the pizza in this waterproof container, and down you go.
Get stiffed. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. I'm assuming that since they toss pizzas, generally it would be because they're tossing, the centrifugal force is going to make them round. When they throw them, they become round all by themselves by throwing them. They're spinning them around. All the sides are pulling the same. So it's going to be round, I would imagine. It's kind of hard to throw a square pizza in the air, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I don't understand. Why do they put it in a square box then? Because it's a round pizza.
It's easier to make a square box than a round box.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for the Domino guy that's got to, make all those boxes. I should say but put them together.
Imagine trying to put together a round box with round sides. No corners to fold up at all. That'd be a real pain in the butt. That would definitely be a pain in the butt.
Especially if you're the underwater pizza delivery man, because what if you would have had to do that part too? Oh man, that would be brutal.
That would stink. That would stink.
And on that note, let's go get some pizza for lunch.